Imagine running a business where money leaks out from every department. Customers are complaining, and employees are dealing with a ton of inefficiencies. That's what happens when leaders ignore or don't understand process improvement. The truth is, companies don't fail because employees suddenly stop working hard. They fail because leaders don't fix the broken processes that cause wasted money, time, and potential. So, how do you avoid becoming one of those leaders? Or how do you lead process improvement where those leaders are present? Welcome to Unstuck. This is our series where we talk about getting CI teams, process improvement, continuous improvement, Lean Six Sigma teams winning instead of spinning. And what we're exploring right now is the four toxic behaviors that we want to avoid in our organizations or recognize so that we can make sure that we are addressing them and overcoming them while we're building a quality program. Now, that first one that we're going to explore is ignorant leadership. Leadership that doesn't understand, that doesn't know, that doesn't actively participate in your process improvement program. Why is it bad for leadership to be ignorant of process improvement or Lean Six Sigma? When leadership is ignorant or indifferent to process improvement, it can create a ripple effect across the organization, creating inefficiency, frustration, and lost opportunities. So, what are some of those more tangible impacts to the organization when leadership ignores process improvement? One, inefficiency becomes the norm. Without lean thinking, wasteful processes like excess motion, waiting times, defects, rework, overproduction go unchallenged. This leads to slower delivery, higher costs, and lower customer satisfaction. Decisions are based on assumptions, not data. Leaders who don't understand Lean Six Sigma often make gut feeling decisions instead of using data driven problem solving. This results in ineffective solutions, repeated mistakes, and a lack of measurable improvement. Three, employees become disengaged and frustrated. When leadership doesn't support or understand process improvement, employees who see the inefficiencies feel unheard and unempowered. This leads to low morale, high turnover, and resistance to change. Cost savings and competitive advantages are missed. Lean Six Sigma isn't just about quality. It's about cost reduction, revenue growth, and operational excellence. Leaders who ignore it leave money on the table and fall behind their competitors who embrace efficiency and continuous improvement. Change efforts fail. If leadership doesn't understand or champion Lean Six Sigma, process improvement initiatives struggle to gain traction. They become the flavor of the month projects instead of sustainable culture shifts. So, if you're in an organization that's dealing with this, where maybe you're leading process improvement, but your leadership team is not engaged, they're not actively participating, then let's talk about a few things that you may be able to do to overcome that barrier. Educate and speak their language. Show leaders that Lean Six Sigma ties directly to their goals, to their balance sheet, to their strategic objectives. Use real world case studies that demonstrate that return on investment and keep it simple. Avoid jargon where it's not necessary, but still build that common language that you can use across the organization. Demonstrate some quick wins. Implement small, high impact projects that can create visible results. Use those before and after metrics to highlight the power of Lean Six Sigma and that data driven decision making. Involve leaders in the process. Now, this may look like leader standard work where you might mentor them or work with them closely to implement lean in their day to day. It also includes creating a stakeholder relationship with them so that they're sponsoring projects and getting updates frequently. Tie Lean Six Sigma to the business strategy. Look at the different types of strategic objectives and KPIs leaders are using and identify how your projects or your process improvement team's projects can tie into those metrics. Can you have a line item on their scorecard or dashboard that show or demonstrate the benefits achieved to date? And if you have the poll, make it a leadership development requirement that they complete either a Lean for Leaders, a white belt activity, or are participants in certain projects. Ignorant leadership can make or break your process improvement team, not just a project, but the entire cultural transformation that you're working on. So, getting leadership on board is going to be a key piece of action for you to make sure your program is going to be successful so that your process improvement team can win instead of spin. Now, this is just one of the toxic behaviors that we've been looking at. The next one that we'll talk about is believing in magic. So, when leaders or people across the organization believe you can magically fix processes, you don't need any resources, you don't need any support. It's magical. So, we'll talk about that toxic behavior next time in our series Unstuck. I'm Amanda Zimmerman. It's been lovely to connect with you. Feel free to reach out and happy improving.